All right, so in this video, what we're going to talk about, what I'm going to show you how to do is how to create your targeting template so that you can start testing interests, and you can run the process that we're going to show you in the next module with your Facebook ads. Now, this is really key to your success with your Facebook ads, and so the assumption here is that you've already gone through the entire research process. You've built your ideal customer avatar. You have all of your demographics dialed in for who you're going to go after, and you know who your top competitors are. Okay, so the assumption is you've done all that already. If you haven't done that, you need to go and do that first, because you're not going to be able to run this part of the process. Okay. So now, assuming you have all of that information, I want to show you a tool that we use to develop these targeting templates. It's actually a pretty little known app, and it's free. It's a Facebook app. It's called the Wisdom app. Now, if you don't have this, you can go up to Facebook and you can search for Wisdom app, and it's this right here, and then you install it on your Facebook. I'm not going to walk through that process. That's self-explanatory, and I can't do it because I already have it installed. Once you have it installed, you're going to get this little link under your app section. You may have to click more to see it. Mine shows up automatically right here. So when you click on that Wisdom link, it's going to open up this page in your Facebook. Now, once it finishes this login request, there's a little trick to getting to the section that we actually want to use. Okay, so don't click on this launch app button right here. What you want to actually do is click this link right here that says Wisdom Network. So when you click on that, it's going to open up a new window, and I'm going to pause this while it's doing that. Okay, and then you're going to get this page right here. Now, what this page here does is it allows you to put in any fan page that's on Facebook, and you can analyze that page for demographic information. And the other key, which is what we're going to use to develop the targeting templates, is you can see affinity pages that people who like that page also like. All right, so let me show you how powerful this is. We're just going to use an example. Let's say that you're in the dog market and you're selling dog beds, and you've done all of your research, and you've figured out your demographics, and you figured out your top competitor is a company that's called Big Barker. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. We're gonna type Big Barker, and there's their fan page. All right, so we're going to put their fan page in here, and we're going to click this apply button right here. Now, what Wisdom will do is it's going to analyze the people that it could find on the fan page. It found 726 people in their system. So we're going to go to the demographics. We're going to verify that in our research that people that are at least fans of that page, if this lines up. This may change some of your your targeting that you're going to use. It may not. I use this more as a verification than anything. The key thing here that we want to go to is the page likes here. All right. So now you see this affinity column right here. Now these other pages right here are pages that people who like Big Barker also like, and these are all interests that you can possibly target with your Facebook ads to show your ads to, in addition to Big Barker, because they should have a high propensity of having the type of person that would buy your product. Okay, now what you want to do is you can actually click on these links, and it will take you out to their fan page. Now I did a command click so that it would open up in another tab. I would recommend that you do that so you don't lose your place here. And you want to go and check these out. Look at the fan page. Make sure that it's really closely related to what you're offering. All right. And you can see here this has got a pretty big fan base. So that it only showed 726 in Wisdom. That's just the people that they were able to analyze. There's actually almost 138,000 fans. So this, if this is your #1 competitor, using their page as an interest that you're gonna test to show your ads to is a really great idea. This is a big audience base. If you were selling other types of dog beds as a competitor, showing your ads to their fans would be a really great idea. Okay, so you want to go through these, one by one. Make sure that it is a good fit and it matches with what you're offering. And then if it does, then what we do is we want to build a template of these interests. Now, we recommend that you use a system called Quaya for doing this, because this is going to make the whole process that we're going to show you in the next module. It's going to make all this stuff way faster and way easier than if you're using the Ads Manager or the Power Editor to create your ads. And we'll go into that in the next modules. But when you sign up with Quaya, you're going to have your ads account in here. You'll see this view when you're on your ads account. You want to go to the Set Targeting tab. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new targeting template by clicking that button. And then what we're going to be able to do is save this targeting template, and then we'll be able to just reload this and then submit new ads whenever we need to change ads to this template. We'll be able to edit this template as we learn more about what works and what doesn't work. And it's just going to make your ad creation process way faster and way simpler. All right, so the first thing you want to do is enter in your demographic information. So we're just going to assume that you're advertising in the United States, if I could spell. All right, so we're just going to say you're advertising in the United States. You can put all the countries in here that you're advertising to or that you want to advertise to. And the really cool thing about this system, what you'll see here, is we have the option to do any or split. And so when we get into the next module, and I'm going to show you how to break out different things and test the countries and age bands and gender bands and the interests, being able to split this, it'll automatically Quaya will automatically split those different things, and you'll be able to set up tests very easily of these different pieces. So play around with that, get to know it. We'll go into that in more detail in the next module. The purpose of this video is just to show you how to create this template for testing. All right, so we're going to assume that our age band that we figured out, our ideal client, is 25 to 50. And I'm not really sure why it's showing it. There we go. Okay, that cleared off. And our ideal client is a female. Okay, so those are our assumptions. All right, so we put in the basic demographic information right there. Now what we're going to do is start to put in these fan pages as interests. So our first one was Big Barker. So we're just going to start typing Big Barker. And for some reason that has 0 people in it. Or at least it showed that, and now it's showing 48,000. Okay, good. So I was a little concerned about that, which is kind of one of the strange things about doing live video, is sometimes you see things that you're not expecting. All right, so that gave us 48,000 people. Now what we're going to do is go back to Wisdom Network, and we're going to see if this, we're going to assume that we've already went through all these and all these are closely related, and we want to test all of these. So what we would do is we're going to create a template with the top 30 to 50 of these interests. So we're just going to go through one at a time. And so we're going to go back to Quaya, and we're going to type that next one, see if it actually pulls up, SITT. Okay, we're not getting anything from that. So what you'll find is some of these are actually not available as an interest for you to market to. So then you just go on to the next one. So we're going to go Pet Premium. And so sometimes these will actually show up under here. So like that's right there. So we can actually just check that box, which is nice. Makes it really easy for you. I love dogs. Let's see if that's available under here. I don't see it. So we'll go I love dogs. And we got a whole bunch of different options here. So here's I love dogs. And so here's another cool thing about this is it's going to give you other pages that you can research and test that you don't see in the Wisdom. But what we want to first do is we want to just start with what we see in Wisdom, because what we found is these interests will tend to convert really well. The data that we get back is highly accurate. So let's go to the next one is Labradors.com. Labradors.com. Okay, that didn't pull anything up. Sometimes if you remove the dot, it'll work. Okay, so that one's not available. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep just, you get the idea. We're going to keep going through this one by one, find the ones that are available as interests, and we want to build this up to where we have like 30 to 50 of these interests in here. If you can't get 30 to 50 from this list, then what you want to start doing is looking at the suggestions down here. Before you just add them, what I would suggest you do is go out to Facebook, look up that page, make sure that it's closely related to what you have to offer, and that there should be, that the person that you're looking for should be a fan of that page before you add it into this template. Now, I'm not going to go through and create 50 of these, but what we do want to do is we do want to check the split box on these interests. So what it's going to do is it's going to separate these out, because the first test we're going to run that we're going to show you in the next module is going to be breaking out these interests, because we want to find which of these convert for your offer and which ones don't first. Okay, so that's our first test we're going to run. Set that to split right away. Then you're going to save this, and then you can call it whatever you want. Generally, we use a naming convention that has something to do with your offer. So, maybe we would say dog beds, and we would call this specific interests. Okay, so we know that this is our interest template. And so then we're going to save that to our ad account. It's now available as a template. If we click on this, there we go. Then in the future, when we want to make edits, if we want to make edits to this, or we're going to create additional ads, we'll be able to just open up this template. We can change anything we want in here. We can resave it. We can add new stuff on if we wanted to. You can simply even just check boxes. It starts adding more things. You can remove things like this, resave it. You can change anything in here, and then you can use this right in Quia. You can create your ads really quickly. It's a super slick tool, and that is really how we create a targeting template. And it's all based off of the research that we've done to find the demographics, and then we use that wisdom tool and then some of the suggestions within Quia to build that template up and get it to 30 to 50 interests, so that when we start to run our test in the next module, we'll be able to identify which of these convert and which ones don't convert for our audience. All right, so there you go. Go ahead and start building your targeting templates and get ready for the next module.